Vivy, 10 years ago, you started Fashion Valet after returning to Malaysia from the UK, and you noticed that online shopping wasn't very big here. What were the biggest challenges you faced when trying to, convince investors that your business was worth investing in?
Oh, wow. Okay. So I didn't get investors until the second year of Fashion Valet, right? And honestly, it was just because we had so much competition from international companies coming in, like Zalora, Lazada, and all that. We were like, oh, like, okay, we got to step up, right? At that time, we were already profitable, but we're so small. So to grow and scale, we needed more money, and we had absolutely no idea how to fundraise. I think a lot of entrepreneurs can relate to this, right? And we were like, okay lah, if we have more money, we can spend more, we can get more. Okay, sounds good. And honestly, we were so naive, and we had no idea about VCs or PE firms or things like that. We just saw a TV show, and it was My EG Make the Pitch, where entrepreneurs would come and pitch their ideas. So we're like, oh, we could do that, And I thought, okay, if we win, okay, great, we get money. But if we lose, also great, because it's free marketing on TV. Like, we don't have to pay for TV spots, right? And I was so surprised that we won. We won 1 million ringgit at that time. So we thought we were like the most successful people on earth, right? And I think for investors, right, they saw like maybe a couple of things maybe they like from us. Number one is like they love that we have potential in e-commerce. E-commerce was like the hot, sexy word a decade ago. Huge potential. And second, I think because we already had traction, we already had sales for 2 years, and we were profitable. So they're like, okay lah, this looks like a legit company to invest in.
Do you think your naivety is part of the huge success you've had? Just going in and going, let's do it.
Maybe. I honestly think that naivety, that energy, being young and like almost not embarrassed to make any mistakes, I think that's like definitely something that I wish I had more of now. Now the stakes are too high if I make mistakes. Last time if I made mistakes, it's cute,
Why do you think it's changed? Why can't you be cute now?
I am still cute, Asha.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can still make mistakes. You're still cute.
I think so. The public doesn't think so. I think I've put myself in a lot of like hot water for saying the wrong things or doing the wrong things, and it just comes with it. I mean, it sucks, right? Like before this, people want to see you, people want to support you. You're the underdog, and when you get to a certain level, they want to support other underdogs. Suddenly, you're the big bad guy, and that's just the way I guess entrepreneurship works, and that's. Oh, well, there's pros and cons.
We're talking about, what you can or can't say and getting into hot water for it. You were once quoted as saying, success is not about being an entrepreneur. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Would you say that that's also a talent of entrepreneurs? You sort of almost ADHD mentality, so that you're project focused and then you sort of that's gone and you're on to the next thing?
I do think so. Like when you go through different things as an entrepreneur, you believe differently, and you kind of mature a little bit, right? But okay, you have to look at the context of why I said that, and I think I still believe that anyway, because I think it's really dangerous that people equate success to entrepreneurs. You see all the like glory stories, it's all entrepreneurs. Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, Tony Fernandez, Nilofa, Vivy Yusof, everybody has businesses. So that must be the only way to get success, right? So I think this is really wrong. I think it's wrong to pressure people into entrepreneurship because not everybody wants it and not everybody likes it, but everyone wants to be successful. So I want people to realize that you can be successful in anything. You can be the most successful graphic designer, the most successful corporate figure, the most successful HR role model. Don't be pressurized into entrepreneurship.
Yeah, because being an entrepreneur, 90% of the time, there's a lot of failure along the way, right? There's a 10% that people see. That's like the great side. The 90% is like they don't really see that. Correct. There's a lot of stress there, right?
Oh my God, I'm stressed every day, guys. and yeah, I think people glorify it, glamorize it too much because they only see the good stuff. So when they get into entrepreneurship, they're just so disappointed because it's not what they expected.
It's like having to do the dishes. There's so much sort of housework, as it were, right? Do you know what I
Cooking
mean?
is so nice, but then after that you have to clean up and
Exactly.
everything. Right?
Okay, so was there ever a time during this sort of roller coaster journey of yours that you felt burnt out and just wanted to quit?
Oh yeah, burnout, yes, a lot of times. Quit, not so much. For me, I'm definitely not a quitter. If anything, I will just tweak and improve, right? So for me, my job at Fashion Valley Group is handling the creatives. So I need to be inspired all the time. I need to think of great ideas for product and marketing. So like from making the product all the way to selling the product, I have hands in all of the process, right? So it's tough. Like now I'm handling about 2 to 3 brands, but at one time I was handling 7 in-house brands, being the creative director of all 7, and it was so tiring. And on top of that, I also managed the third-party brands. So dealing with like hundreds of characters and serving them, solving their problems, it did take a toll on me. So yeah, burnout lots of times, but to quit, I think never.
Did you ever come close though? Did you ever go, I can't do this anymore?
No, never.
Never.
Never. I think yeah.
As a successful entrepreneur, though, it's important to know when to quit. And by quit, I mean, this is not working. I'm flogging a dead horse. It's a terrible saying, but that's a saying nonetheless. Do you know when to quit? I mean, is that in your purview of skills?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, Asha. And there were many times in Fashion Valley Group where the business model has evolved, right? It was not what we were 10 years ago. And I think that's because we did see what was working and what was not. So whatever brands that were not working, we knew when to quit. Whatever business model that's not working, we knew when to stop it, right? So it's really tough. Like even going to other countries when it wasn't working anymore, we had to retreat and come back. And it's all really, really tough stuff that I don't talk about. But it really, those add to what JD was saying about failures, right? There are many, many, many failures in any business, any successful business right now. There are many, many failures in there that they share or don't.
So what's the thing that keeps you motivated and going, on low days and high days? What's that one thing?
I don't think about it much. There was a saying that I saw where it said, if you need motivation from others, don't be an entrepreneur. It's a very tough thing, right? But it's true because you're the captain of the ship. So if you need motivation from others, that's a troubled ship right there, right? So I think for me, I just try not to give myself the option. So I think when you have the option, that's when you have a choice, right? So for me, I do feel that I don't have a choice, and I get inspired by like the older generation of women, like my grandma, my mom, my mother-in-law, even my helper at home, right? Like they don't say, "Oh, I have burnout right now. I'm not going to cook for you guys." Like no such thing. They just keep doing it because they have no choice. So I think my motivation is other strong women.
I like the idea of it's either no choice or what's even better is there is only one choice for me right now. And this is it, right? Okay.
Yes.
So you're a businesswoman, a wife, a mom, you've got 3 kids. I just have one. I struggle. How do you juggle it all?
I sent them to school. Today's a great day, guys.
I know.
First day back at school.
My son too. I'm so free.
But I do believe that I have a very good support system, and that's very important. And I wish this for all women, working women. And I think women need to stop shying away from taking all the help they can get. Maybe some women are not as privileged where they can hire helpers or hire nannies or things like that. But there are a lot of other women that offer help, lend a hand, right? And every time, like when I offer help to other women, it's always met with hey, Nola, I don't want trouble you, Nola. So you need to change that Nola to yes, here, please.
This is what I need.
Yeah, help me. And I think we need to stop being shy about taking help from others. I think it's okay. The second thing I think is like being okay with the fact that there is no such thing as a perfect work-life balance.
Yes.
Yeah, I think when you accept that and stop trying to look so hard for work-life balance, you'll have your sanity back. So all these work-life balance talk, I generally don't participate.
Yeah, because sometimes I wonder how, like, being so busy that do you ever get like, oh, I'm gonna split my time up with 50% got to be my family, then 30% is got to be work. Like, do you ever go by percentages or everything is 100%?
No such thing. Oh my God. I think if you do like 50% is my family, then 50% is my work, you'll go crazy. There's no such thing. So what I do is periods, right? So I know the blocks when I'm very busy at work, say Raya period or 11/11, you know, or you know, so you kind of know already when you are going to be busy, like when you're launching a store or something like that. And then when you know when you have your low periods at work, that's when you go out and take your kids to holiday, you know, or you know, so I think you need to be okay with no like perfect split of work and life.
It's like a fake thing. Okay, so let me ask you that then. Do you wish you could spend more time with your family? Do you regret at the time that, you know, you've missed out on certain things?
The worst time to ask me this is like I feel I'm spending way too much time with them during MCO.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. That question came from from a male, by the way.
Right. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be like the worst mom for saying this, but not at all. You
Yeah,
know,
no,
you too, right? It's not just me,
absolutely.
right? Yeah.
No, I think we all have to admit we feel so much better if we just admit that actually we spent enough, we do enough. It's what we can do for now, and that's got to be
Yes.
good enough, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For me, like, I love working and I do it for me as well as my kids. And I want them to see that one day they are going to work and chase their dreams also. And that's fine, you know, and I come home to talk and talk about them, talk to them about everything at work. It's awesome.
So why is it important in this day and age then for women to have their own source of income?
Right. Well, I'm a huge believer of this, and I've said things where you know it might be insensitive or harsh, but nobody wants to hear. You know, the truth is that women need their own income, and it doesn't matter if it's part time or permanent, full time, as long as you have some income that you can call yours, and you don't have to keep asking others for money. Right. I've seen it with my own eyes. Like my sister has been divorced twice. Right, and nobody wants that to happen in their life, but things happen that you just have to, what is it, sediakan payung sebelum hujan, right? Yeah, the umbrella.
Yeah. Be prepared.
Yes, so that's it. That's all, right? And right now, there's so many ways to earn income, even from home. You don't have to have a traditional 9 to 5 job. You can be a part-time translator, part-time graphic designer. You can become a social media influencer. They get paid a lot of money, right? So there are a lot of creative ways to make income.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of people want to know what you would say to those that say, you know, it's a choice. You either have to choose your career or the children. I find that a little bit offensive because no one would ask a man that question. However, I'm sure people would want to hear what you have to say about that.
Clearly, I don't believe that because of I'm a working mom and I know so many awesome, hardworking working moms that are just happy with life, right? I think you need to not think that it's either one bucket or the other bucket and that's it. You can have a balance. It's just that you need to sacrifice that balance. You can't have 100% of both at any one time. And you just got to be okay with that. I think a lot of women, they kind of put themselves to this crazy expectation. I got to be the mom that like does everything for the kids. You know, I got to be the employer or employee that is doing tremendously well at work. And this eats us up, right? So I think just kind of be grateful for every moment, live in every moment, and don't think about what's not in front of you right now. You know, just try to just live your best life in that moment.
Basically, and also run the soundtrack, I'm Not Your Superwoman. Right. So, okay, you've given some amazing advice and tips already, but I just wonder whether there was any other advice you give to women who look up to you as a role model, as someone who's just gone out there and gotten what they want, and they're just tenacious with their grip on how they want their life to be like. And they want to emulate what you've achieved, not copy you, but emulate that level of success. What would you say to those women?
I think just keep going, right? That's awesome. Like I would love to see more women rise and celebrate them as well. I don't think we're doing an amazing job celebrating other women, other non-entrepreneur women out there. I would love to hear more about them. But I do think that one important thing is to not compare your life to others. So your success is very different from someone else's success, and don't ever go down that route of like comparing. Social media now, that's my worry for the next generation as well. Mental health, feeling like you're not enough, and feeling like, why is my success not as glamorous as that person's success, right? So make sure that you accept that your path is different from someone else's path. Yeah, that's it.
Vivy, just when you were starting out and you were, about to step into this world of just, disrupting everything here in terms of the business and businesses, that you have, who did you look up to? Who was your role model? Who did you say, that's what I want? What she's got, that's what I want.
Wow. Okay. Honestly, Asha, like I don't have one.
Oh, tell us more. We want more the merrier.
No. As in, I don't have a role model I look up to. I meet everyone and I'm inspired by like everybody I meet, and I take the good from all of that. I don't believe there's one person that has it all. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I'm an avid reader. I even do book reviews on my YouTube channel. So I love to learn, and I love to learn from others. I don't have a single one role model, but it's a collective of everyone I've met, from like successful corporate figures, successful entrepreneurs, to even my family unit at home, my helper, right? So I'm just so inspired by her, like leaving her kids behind to find an honest living for them. That's so inspiring. So anybody you meet, you can get inspiration from.
All right. And one final one from me. You said it earlier, right? Not every woman wants to be an entrepreneur. Not every person wants to be an entrepreneur. Someone to climb the corporate ladder, someone to do things at home.
Yeah.
Systemically, though, there's a problem because sometimes a woman has to quit her job to take care of her kids and whatnot. Why can't they have both? What needs to change for a woman to try and have it all, basically?
Okay, that's a great question. I think it starts from both employee and employer. So for the women who are working, honestly, it's got to come from them. Nobody can tell them. Like a lot of the times I meet like the most hardworking women, like killing it at work. And then when they have a baby, they become a different person. They're just like, I was born to be a mom. I want to stay home. I cannot leave my little bub.
I can't relate.
I can't relate either.
I can't relate.
We're horrible.
It's okay. At least
but
I found another one like you. Yeah.
No, but I think there are a lot of women who are like you, and they feel bad when they think that way, right?
Yeah. So that mom guilt thing is like the worst thing ever, because I think guilt is like a useless feeling that you can't fix. It's not like sadness where you can like fix by wanting to be happy or whatever. Guilt is something from the past that you cannot fix. It's guilt. It's regret, right? So I try to not allow the mom guilt to take over me. There are times when I feel bad if I miss something important, but I'll make up for it, So moms gotta be strong and really know what they want, whether they want to work or whether they don't want to work, but just think long term, right? Not just that short term. And then from the employer side, there's so many things we can do. Like at Fashion Ballet, we really want to support working moms. And we have a mommy's room, we have a kids' room with Netflix and everything, and a ball pit for them to bring their kids to work and just have peace of mind, right? And then flexible working arrangements. I think times have changed. Like a lot of employers got to look at this right now and offer flexibility, not just for women, for dads as well.
Yeah, dads as well.
Actually, now I want to work at Fashion Valley. I'm like,
I know,
that's a ball pit?
I know. We both got hung up on the same thing. She said ball pit, and both of us
I
went.
want to go there. All right. So, final message to ladies and everyone out there on International Women's Day.
All right. Today's International Women's Day. So happy International Women's Day to all. I think this year's theme is choose to challenge, which I love. So like choose to challenge whatever things you see that are not right, gender pay gap or inequality in women, or just whatever that's stopping women from rising and wanting to chase their dreams. So yeah, the more we challenge, the more change can happen.